today is a special day.
That's right. It's Father's Day. You know, everyone has a father. Some kids live with their father. Some see their father on certain days, and others won't see their father again until the next life.
And you know what is sad? I have some good news. We are never alone. We are never fatherless. The Bible tells us that God is our Father.
I know. Why don't we travel back in time and learn about God our Father? Hey, it looks like we've landed in Galilee. Let's go find Joseph.
Joseph was a good man. He listened to the angel when he was told that he would be the earthly dad of the Son of God. He did what was right, even though he didn't understand everything. He was there at the manger when Jesus was born. He was there when Jesus was a toddler, when the wise men came to find him, and Joseph was with the family when they moved to Galilee.
That's right. We see Joseph one more place when Jesus was 12. Jesus got separated from his family and they were frantically looking for him. They found him in the temple. Why have you treated us like this? Your father and I have been anxiously searching for you.
Why were you searching for me? Didn't you know I had to be in my Father's house?
What father was Jesus talking about? He was in the temple. Was that Joseph's house?
No, the temple was God's house. So by the time Jesus was 12 years old, he understood that God the Father was most important. Earthly fathers are very, very important, yet they are imperfect. Only God the Father is the perfect parent. Jesus understood that even at age 12. You can understand that too.
We think Joseph may have died later. By the time Jesus starts his ministry, we only read about Mary. And you know what that tells us? It tells us that Jesus understands kids who don't have an earthly dad around. He understands because he experienced it too. We can learn from how Jesus responded to his dad not being around. He responded by totally trusting in God as his Father.
Psalm 68:5 says, God in his holy dwelling is a father of the fatherless and a champion of widows.
This tells us that no matter our situation, God is our most perfect Father. When we understand this, we're free to forgive our earthly fathers for ways they may disappoint us and to love them unconditionally.
When Jesus was a grown man and beginning his ministry, he first went to his cousin John the Baptist.
John was a mighty man of God and had been preaching and baptizing many people as they repented of their sins. John had been prophesied about hundreds of years before he was born.
As it is written in Isaiah the prophet, Behold, I send my messenger before your face, who will prepare your way. The voice of one crying in the wilderness, Make ready the way of the Lord, make his paths straight.
We call him John the Baptist because he baptized so many people who had decided to follow God in his ways. And his ministry prepared the way for the ministry of Jesus. Jesus went to John and asked John to baptize him. John didn't want to at first. He felt that Jesus should baptize him.
I need to be baptized by you, and you come to me?
Let it be so now. It is proper for us to do this to fulfill all righteousness.
At that time, all the baptisms were done in lakes or rivers. When Jesus came up out of the water, an amazing thing happened.
This is my Son, whom I love. With him I am well pleased.
You know, it's a beautiful thing to hear words of affirmation, good, loving, kind, supportive words from our earthly fathers. Sometimes fathers are quick to say those words, and sometimes they are not. But either way, we have to understand that the best words of affirmation come from our Heavenly Father. His words towards us are what really heal our hearts and make our souls complete.
Believing and understanding how God the Father feels about us changes everything. It changes how we feel about ourselves. It gives us confidence no matter what is going on around us, and it heals any hurts we have inside our hearts. So let's look at some of God the Father's words toward us.
Look at the birds of the air. They do not sow or reap or store away in barns, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not much more valuable than they?
Our Heavenly Father will take care of us and provide what we need because He thinks you are very valuable.
Love your enemies, do good to them, and lend to them without expecting anything back. Then your reward will be great, and you will be the sons of the Most High, because He is kind to the ungrateful and wicked. Be merciful, just as your Father is merciful.
Our Heavenly Father is merciful and forgiving towards us, and we should be merciful and forgiving towards others.
Do not let your hearts be troubled. Trust in God, trust also in me. In my Father's house there are many rooms. If it were not so, I would have told you. I am going there to prepare a place for you.
Our Heavenly Father is preparing a place for you in heaven, and one day heaven is coming to earth. Therefore, you should love and trust Him.
For you did not receive a spirit of slavery to fall back into fear, but you have received a spirit of adoption. When we cry, Abba, Father, it is that very spirit bearing witness with our spirit that we are children of God. The word Abba means daddy or papa. We can love our Heavenly Father and have a very close relationship with Him. He is our daddy, and therefore we do not have to be afraid of anything. How great is the love the Father has lavished on us, that we should be called children of God. And that is what we are.
The fact that God, the creator of the universe, wants to adopt us as His children shows that He loves us so very much. We better get back and celebrate Father's Day.
On this Father's Day, be thankful if you have a father or father figure in your life. Honor that person and tell them thank you for all they do for you.
But if you don't have a father or a father figure in your life, just remember that God is the perfect parent, and He will never leave you nor forsake you.
We love